everyone, this is Senna.
And this is Johannes.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are giving you our top 10 tips for going to Essen Spiel / parentheses. Most of these are also for other gaming conventions.
Yes.
Some of these might be like very good if you are new, if you've never been to a big gaming convention. Like most of these would probably also fit for Gen Con and other stuff like PAX and the Dice Tower retreats, the Dice Tower cons,
Yes.
and all BGG cons.
We're just assuming. We've never been there.
No, true.
So...
Really want to go.
Yeah.
To all of this, hopefully Gen Con next year. And some of these are specific for Spiel. We're going to try to note them. We haven't ranked them, so it's going to be like, oh, we're number 1. And saying top 10, like we didn't have like 60 tips and then we made 10.
No.
These were like 10. We thought like these are good things to remember when you are going to Spiel.
Yes.
So it's probably going to be a video without talking so much about board games.
Yeah.
But it's going to be talking about Spiel, my favorite week of the year.
And we are very excited for Spiel. What other videos do we have coming for Spiel, Johannes?
We are going to do a top 10, or we already did a top 10 anticipated. You can go and check that out. During Spiel, we are doing not live, tonight would be horrible. Daily vlogs, which are coming like in the middle of the night in Germany. So if you're in the US, it's going to be great probably for you. And then when we get home, we're going to do a live video talking about all the games that we brought home. That's going to be like midnight for us, because I think we're going to be home like 20 minutes to midnight. And then we just have to get all the games into the studio and just start the live. So we might even have to like still packing out games when the live starts. So it's going to be an interesting live, and we're probably going to be very sleepy, but it's one of the most fun videos. If you go back and check the other ones, we have so much fun with the viewers, and it goes completely off the rail because we are so tired of all of that. And also we're doing some more reviews and playthroughs of games coming out at Spiel, so you're going to see that as well before the fair.
Yes, and if you're going to Spiel, we
will
love
that was the thing
to
I was
hang out.
supposed to say.
Yes.
I just didn't see it.
Yeah. We are at the Shellfox booth on Friday from
14 to 18.
Yes, and we are at the Aporta Games booth on Saturday from
10 to 14.
Yes. And remember to give us the secret sign as shown by Johannes if you see us, or don't. We are happy to see you either way.
We are going to say hi to you if you say hi to us. And it's like, you had to do the secret sign. It's not going to be like that.
No.
Because that would be weird.
Yes.
And we are weird, but not that weird. So yeah, let's jump into the top 10s. So we're going to like do first we're going to do like a saying what the tip is, and then talk a bit about
Elaborate on it?
Elaborate.
Yes.
That was the word I was looking for.
Okay.
And then go to the next one. Do you want to begin?
Yeah, number 1 in this unranked list. The first one is wear comfortable shoes.
Yes.
You're gonna do a lot of walking, and halls are very, what do you call it, not soft, hard. Concrete.
Yeah, it's very, very hard.
Yes. So your feet are going to hurt.
Yes.
Do the most you can for them to not hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've always brought 2 pairs of shoes to Spiel, and I have not regretted it.
I never bring 2 pairs of shoes because my shoes are bigger than your shoes. I'm guessing like 2 of your pairs are kind of like 1 of mine.
Yes.
And also it takes up space for kind of half a game.
Yeah.
So you get like a pass because your feet...
My feet are small.
...are worse. Like
smaller.
Yes, and also you need the 2 shares. No, the two shoes. And I don't need it because I'm cool.
Okay.
But yeah, this tip is kind of obvious. Some of these are going to be obvious, but they are important because there are things to think about the first time that you go.
Yes.
The next one is going to be, actually also works for Gen Con, but it's going to be more game specific, and that is my preferred way to plan is by using Tabletop Together tool. And the reason I really like Tabletop Together tool is because when you put games in there for want, need, and all of that, you can print it out color-coded. So you get like the green are going to be need, and I think like there's yellow and white and red, something
so
like that.
Too.
And also it's going to sort it by halls. So that means that you are going to be able to take out, like do hall 1, finish hall 1, go to hall 2, finish hall 2, and all of that. If that's how you like, we are picking up quite a few games, so that's kind of like a great way of doing that. Of course, if you're only getting like 5 games, you might not need it. But since looking at that, doing that list, I really also like the BGG list because that's the prices and all of that. But the Tabletop Together tool has like a better output for me to use when we're actually there. One thing I want to add is that the Spiel app has gotten like a big revamp. So that's going to be easy. Now you can do like favorites of games. You can, I think there's even going to be like a guiding you to different hall stands when you are in the hall, which you might need if you're me, and you might not need if you're you.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add for this?
No, that is perfect.
No jokes, nothing?
No jokes.
Okay.
Nothing.
And you can go to the next point.
Yes, which
tip.
is to pre-order the games that you really want. Some of the games are really popular, and sometimes the what do you call it? Publisher, thank you. Can't bring infinite number of games. So if it's something that you really want, you should pre-order it.
I would say that all of the time, a publisher can't bring infinite number of games, because that would fill up the whole world actually.
Yeah.
If you had like infinite number of the game. Like one example is 2021. Yes, 2021 Ark Nova. If you didn't pre-order, there was 20 copies.
Yeah.
And us horrible people who went into the hall before it opened, we were in line and it was sold out before the halls even opened, which was sad because people wanted the game, but I don't think they knew how big that game would be, because they probably would have printed more. But it's hard. I understand the fact that it's like you can't say like, oh, this is probably going to be big. Let's print 2,000 from this new design that nobody has heard about.
Yeah.
But it got hyped and people wanted it, and it's a good game. So it's so maybe like if you want the expansion for Ark Nova, which probably has a much huger or bigger, much huger print run, maybe pre-order it. But basically, pre-ordering it also gives you less stress, because
you can pick it up whenever you want to.
And usually it's like before Sunday. I think most of the publisher has like before Sunday or before Saturday. But that you can see in the pre-ordering. We usually pre-order some games as well, because it's easier that way.
Yeah.
Next tip.
Oh, I'm going.
Oh, or do you wanna? Or
yeah, we alternated.
oh,
but
so
now you can.
Did you start this one?
Yes, I did.
Oh, but I spoke the most, so you
okay,
can do
so
it
I can
next
do
if you
it.
want to.
Oh yes, ching! Go straight to your most anticipated demos. There are going to be a lot of people at Spiel. And a lot of the people are going to be running around because all of the people are wanting to do some demos or buy games. But there's if you have a game that you really want to try to play, because there's a lot of games you can try to play. Most of the games. And then you should go get there fast. It probably is worth running there and standing in the line at the start of the day if you want to make that happen.
I think that like we don't do a lot of demos, and also the thing is that there's many demos for upcoming games. This year there's one that I really want to do actually. That's a new Stefan Feld game.
Oh yeah, cool.
The 4X game from Stefan Feld, which sounds really weird. I'm looking forward to see what that can look like. And even maybe we get a chance to meet Stefan Feld as well, because that's like the last of my heroes that I haven't really met yet. I have more heroes, not in board games, that I haven't met, but like in board games.
In board games, yeah. I've met all of my heroes.
I'm done with that, basically. I'm my biggest hero. No, but I really think that demoing games is kind of nice at Spiel, because most of the time you get to play a full game. Like if it's a 4-hour game, maybe not. And if it's a more complex game, they may like shorten it in some ways. But it's a great way to see if a game might be for you or not. I know people, like one of our viewers came up to me a couple of years ago and said that they just went to Spiel for just testing out games.
Yeah.
They didn't buy anything, and then they went back home, and then they ordered the games that they really wanted. So that's kind of like, it's kind of backwards for me, but it's the complete different than what we do. We don't really demo anything, and then just buy everything. But yeah, so that is like it's a nice place to go and check out games. And if you have time, sit down at some place that is empty. Like maybe you'll find a good game. Most of the time you're going to find mediocre games, but you will also be able to be like, oh, this looks nice, and the people will be so happy. So listen to a pitch here and there that makes these people's lives so much better. Like it's so hard to stand there pitching a game that nobody has heard about, and just that smile that you get is worth a couple of minutes, and maybe it's even a good game.
Yeah, and even maybe you can get a chair to sit and relax your feet.
I was thinking you can buy a share in their company. I was like, that. Well, if you like my game, buy a share in my company.
In like auction bidding a share game, haha.
Then you could get a share.
Yes, you can get a
Next tip is that there is, it's not allowed to wear big backpacks. This is more like a rule. You can't, like these board game backpacks has become really popular. You cannot wear those, because when you turn around, you're going to hit people in the face. And that's not nice. It's not nice to hit people in the face.
No.
I learned that.
That is the next point, actually. Don't hit
Hit
people in the face.
And don't like tackle people.
Yeah.
Gary, don't do that.
No.
If you don't take that, go back and watch the whole live video and you will understand that reference. Had you already forgotten that reference?
No.
No, but you were just like not reacting to it.
No.
But you can bring a suitcase. That's what we're doing. We're using usually one suitcase a day. That is like has wheels on it, so like 4 wheels. Most suitcases has 2, but 4 wheels, so you can just go and wear it mostly to your side. Doesn't take a lot of space, but has rooms for loads of games. Next up is one of my like things that I wish I knew the first time I went there. I kind of knew it, but it's one thing that I think is super important to know if you're going to Spiel.
Yes.
What is that?
It is that on the Messe there is no open gaming. And when the Messe is closed, especially, you probably want to play some games. And then we strongly recommend you to have some kind of plan of where you're going to play, because we spent a lot of time, the first year we went to Spiel, just searching for a place with a table where we could play our games. We played a game in a restaurant, we played in some other people's hotel, and some hotels also have set up specific places that are welcome for a gaming group to come and play.
There's a couple of ones that I want to mention. Hotel Motel 1, that is like one of the big ones, and that's probably going to be full. What was the one called? Like the one where we were in the first year? They haven't been so big on the gaming space. The other years were like the Under House or something like that.
Yeah, but they didn't have anything the last time we went.
They had good food, very good buffet.
Yeah.
And also, like, there's usually lots of space where we're gonna be, so I'm gonna promote that, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody's coming to us,
But
taking up all
like,
our
how many
space.
people are gonna watch this? But as long as you keep a table
if it
for
goes
us.
viral, no.
Like 2 million views! I'm like, whole of Spiel is gonna be there. We're usually playing at the Holiday Inn. I don't know if there's more Holiday Inns, but this one is kind of like a little bit outside of the center.
The Express something.
It's in the middle of the center, basically. It's right beside a huge like shopping center, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't remember. No, that's another place. I don't remember. It's called Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
Yes. Go there and play games. There's usually many tables free there at the evenings, and they also serve food at the tables and drinks. It's not the best food in the world. But it's food you can eat while you play board games, so you don't have to spend time finding food, and then spend time finding an hotel, and then spend time finding gaming tables. So those are some places you can play, and here, talk to other people that you know, that also you can find places to play.
The next point is actually your special point.
So I'm going to take it.
Yes, you're going to take it.
One thing that is, what I need you to do, if you're at Spiel, is to eat at least one currywurst. Because currywurst is one of the best things ever invented. I don't eat it anywhere else because it's not the same, but at one of these small like restaurant fast food places in the Messe, go and buy a currywurst because it's so good. Or you can also buy like a schnitzel mit Brotchen, which is also very nice.
Yeah.
That's one you like more than the currywurst.
Yes, I don't like the currywurst.
The currywurst mit pommes.
Yes.
Is the one that's like with french fries. That's very, very nice. And basically like this tip is you could bring stuff to eat, but you're not going to go hungry because there's the fast food, I think like 4, 5, 6 of those. And there's even restaurants. We usually just eat at these corner stops because we like that very quick food.
There is more lines usually at the food trucks.
Yeah, the food trucks also. That's true. The food trucks and also a couple of restaurants.
Yeah.
Which has pizza and stuff like that. And there's loads of things to eat, to drink. It's pretty easy to get like something to drink when you're just like, oh, you're walking somewhere, oh, I'm super thirsty, look for something, there's something to drink and get it. So that is something that is nice to know. You probably don't need to fill up your backpack with foods and drinks if you don't want to, of course. The next one is kind of like the main thing that everybody tells you to do when you're at any type of con or gathering of people.
Yeah, and this is not for yourself. It is for yourself also, but it's mostly for the people around you. Please take daily showers and use deodorant. And it can get very stuffy with the air and very smelly with people running around. Gamers. We are quite smelly, I've heard.
I don't know what that means because gamers are everything.
Yeah.
But there's so many people.
Yes.
And you're gonna go very tight up in people, and so People who have a sense of smell tell me that that's going to be a problem. So yeah, that's a nice thing to do. The next thing is super important, and that is to bring a baggage weight. Because when you are putting those games into your luggage and you are remembering to, or I actually just remember a new tip, which we said last year that we are going to do.
Oh.
And that is bring bubble wrap.
Oh yeah.
Because that's
but I had
doesn't
forgotten
weigh
about
anything.
that. That is perfect. We need to do that.
Bubble wrap and tape. Gonna look super weird when you check in on the airport. What did you bring? Probably some Norwegian candy, a couple of clothing items.
But last year I spent half an hour in the airport buying some magazines,
newspapers,
and crunching them up,
Yeah.
and stuffing and trying to balance like not the one suitcase getting overweight. So
bubble wrap is going to be the thing this year because it doesn't weigh anything. But basically, know your weight, and the big thing that we learned the first time we were there is punch your games.
Yes.
Not like in the face, but punch the punch boards. I think like when we get the amount of games we get, I think we can throw away like 10-12 kilos of punch boards.
just punch boards.
And that's a lot because that's like half a suitcase.
Yeah.
There's one more.
Lot.
One more tip.
Yeah.
What is it?
It is to take breaks. As we said with the shoes earlier, you're going to do a lot of walking.
Yes.
There's going to be people everywhere, a lot of sound. You might get cranky from that. We don't want cranky people in our hall. So please do yourself a favor and take some breaks. And there are hidden like pockets outside to get some air as well while you're still in the messe area. So you should try to find those.
I usually
breaks.
I usually find them when I open the wrong door.
Yeah.
And I'm suddenly outside because I'm horrible at finding where I am. So I think maybe this is the way to hall 4, and I go, look, I'm outside now. That's nice. You're still like at the messe area. You're not suddenly in Narnia, but you are going to be like outside. It's kind of nice to take. There's actually like one of the outside spaces has not a food truck, but a beer truck.
Oh.
One of them, like you have to find it, but there's people drinking beers and eating like hot dogs and stuff. So it's kind of nice. I don't drink beer, so I don't do that. But obviously, I don't drink beer, so I don't do that. But it's kind of nice to find these secluded things, kind of like that. And if you're a kid, you can jump on a trampoline in the Galleria.
Yes.
That's important. The other thing is like it's also okay. It's kind of in this tip as well. It's okay to skip a day.
Yeah.
Like if you are there the whole week, and you don't like have demos lined up, or you have to be every day because you're demoing, or because you want these games or didn't get, you don't need to go on Saturday. That's kind of like my last extra tip, number 11. Skip Saturday. Play games the whole day.
There's going to be a lot of people there on Saturday, so that is, if you're going to skip a day, that is the day to skip.
If you play escape rooms, go to, if it's still there, I think it is, go to, I think it's called Kirken something.
Kirken something.
Yeah, the
neighboring town?
Yeah, there's a neighboring town.
Called Kirken something.
There has a place called Alma Park, I think. And they have a super good escape room. I think still I could recommend it. It's been like
Do you want to find a link or something?
Yeah, I'm going to try to find a link and post it down there. They have like an Indiana Jones style of quest escape room, which has some really nice things. If it's still good. It's 6 years since we played it, so I don't know. That's a long time. I didn't know it was 6 years. I didn't know we played escape room for that long. But yeah. That's 10/11/12 tips.
Yeah.
And we hope they were helpful. If you have any tips that we've forgotten, please let us know in the comments. If any of this was helpful for you, please let us know. Leave a thumbs up, a liking thing, because that's nice for the algorithm, which is important when you are a YouTuber. Boo, boo, boo. If you are watching this right now and you are new to our channel and you like what we do, then you can help us out in a big, big way by giving us a victory point.
Yes, and we get victory points when you click that subscribe button down there. You can also click the bell to get notifications every time we post a new video.
And that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Cinema.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.